Good evening. Today we are going to see the load combinations in this video. Already in last two videos we have calculated forces in members due to dead load, forces in member due to live load. This we have in one video. Dead load we have calculated actually, and by taking a ratio of live load upon dead load, so into force in member due to dead load. Likewise, we have calculated forces in members due to live load. So force in member due to live load, and that is equal to force due to dead load into live load upon dead load. So we are going to multiply by this ratio to all forces in the members, and that will give us force due to live load. And we have nature of the force same as nature of the force due to dead load. Then we have also calculated forces in member due to wind load, and in most of the members we have seen that our forces are exactly opposite when we have due to dead load, live load, and when we have due to wind load. So now we are interested with load combination. So we have table 4, and from this table 4 we have this load combination. So we can see this. So we have dead load plus live load, and that value we are going to be as 1.5, 1.5. So leading and accompanying we have 1.05. Means if my live load is less than dead load, in that case that value of 1.05 is considered. Um, then we have dead load plus live load plus CL plus wind load upon EL. So we are not going with this combination. So we have first this combination. We do not have this CL, which is crane load considered in this when we are considering only dead load and live load. And then we have another combination which will be dead load plus wind load, and oblique that is given, that is earthquake load. So we are with dead load plus wind load. Now you can see this here, it is mentioned as 2, and that is zero point 0.9, and 2, this value is to be considered when the dead load contributes to stability against overturning is critical, or the dead load causes a reduction in stress due to other loads. And in this exactly that is happening, that our forces due to dead load are exactly opposite that of wind load, and therefore we are going to prefer this value as zero point 0.9. So we have zero point 0.9, that is dead load, and plus 1.5 wind load. So this value comes minus because we have nature of the force that is opposite to that of wind load, and that we will see when we will go ahead. So now we will go one by one uh, table in this, and we will see forces in the members, and then we will go to the load combinations. Now you can see this. So we have member, then force due to dead load, then force due to live load, then we have 1.5 dead load plus live load and nature of the force. Then we have force wind load, then we have zero point 0.9 dead load plus 1.5 wind load, and then we have nature, and then we have to see what is my design force, its nature, and then check for nature. Means we have to design for one force, and we have to check for other, because we are going to get two values, one which is due to 1.5 dead load plus live load, and another which is zero point 0.9 dead load plus 1.5 wind load. So now we can go first member AB, which is our member that is top chord member. So we have force due to dead load 26.51 and force due to live load that is 30.81. So we have 1.5 dead load plus live load comes 86.03, that is compression. Now force due to wind load we have tensile force which is 107.15, and then when we will go zero point 0.9 dead load plus 1.5 wind load. So here we have value that we can say minus 0.9 into dead load we have 26.51 plus 1.5, and value of wind load we have 86.03. And when we will calculate this value, we will come across this value as 136.87. So minus, because we have force, this is compression, and force due to wind load, we have tension, and therefore this goes, one is plus, another is minus, so we are going to be considered it as plus 107, because greater than our 26.51, and instead of writing minus, it will be better to consider it as plus, and we have nature as tensile. So now when we will go with this design, so we have to see, so maximum value we have to consider, that is due to this load combination and due to this load combination, and we have maximum value as 136.87 and minimum we have 86.03. So we have to design the member for 136.87 always for higher values, and we have to check, can that member is able to resist load which is due to dead load plus live load, and that value comes 86.03. And this is known as reversal of stresses, because your truss may have sometimes combination 1.5 dead load plus live load, and when we have wind will blow, in that case we have, that is, dead load is always there, and instead of live load we may have wind load in that case. And therefore for maximum we have to design, and for minimum we have to check. So design force we have 136.87, which is tensile, and we have to check it for 86.03 for compression. Generally, whatever top chord members, bottom chord members, these are designed as double angle sections, and whatever internal members we have, that may be struts or slings, and these members are designed as a single angle. If not satisfying, then we may have to go for double angle sections. Then we have, that is AC. Now this we have, that is main tie, and then we have this as 1.5 dead load plus live load, and then 98.48 we have compressive actually now. So this we have tensile, and this we have compressive, and then we have zero point 0.9 into 24.92, that will be minus, plus 1.5 into 98.48, and from this we are going to get this value 125.29. Then this member also you can see, we have to design it for compression 125.29, so we have to design it for compression, and we have to check it for tension, because maximum 125.29 and 80.88. So out of these two, maximum is 125.29. So we have to design for compression, and we have to check it for 80.88 as tension. So generally, due to wind, we are going to get higher values than the load combination of dead load plus live load. And then we have to design for compression 125.29. So all these forces that may have design forces, or it may have check for, so all these are in kilonewton. So this is in kilonewton, and we have this also in kilonewton, and then we have to check it for 80.88 kilonewton, and that is tensile. So likewise, now BD, again we have, that is top chord member, and we have to design it for tension, and we have to check it for compression. Now we have inside member BC, so it comes 2.02, 2.09, comes 6.17, nature is compressive, and when you will go it for 9.6, so we have this force in the member as tensile, and then we will go in the same fashion, so we have this will be tensile, and these two we have compression. So we have this will be zero point 0.9 into 2.02, so that comes minus value, and 1.5 into 9.6, and we will come across this value as 12.58, and then we have to design this member for 12.58, so design it for tensile, and then we have to check it for compression. So likewise, we have to go for all the members, that CD member, we have inclined member, and then we have to design it for compression, and we have to check it for tension. Likewise, we have to prepare this table, and from this table we are in position to get the forces in the members, and depending upon this we are in position to design the member, and we have to check it for other forces. So you can see this. So we have these members. So for maximum value we have to design it, and for minimum we have to check it. So all these members, we have top chord member, we have bottom chord member, and we have vertical members, we have inclined members, and we have calculated this combination of the loads from the calculated values from dead load and live load. So we have these values, and then we have to decide for maximum we have to design, and for minimum we have to check it. So now you can see this. We have different members that we have to sort out which members we have, that is top chord members, which members we have bottom chord members, and in that when we have to again groups the members, and according to that group we have to design the forces, we have to design the members for that forces, and we have to also check that members for the other value of the forces. So likewise we have to go for this dead load combination. This table you have to prepare, and that the tables which we have seen in last videos are not expected. You can go directly with this table, and by this table you will get load combination also, and maximum forces in the members, that is design forces, and the forces for which we have to check that members can satisfy the requirement or not. So likewise we have to go this load combination. So today we will stop here only. In next video we will see the design of the members, and then check of that forces in the members. So thank you. Good night.